Better to be selective than wasteful.
Welcome, and well met.
Dear, that's the wrong one.
Ah, apologies. Thank you, my darling. Fie. My vision thinks it began when I started reading an old grimoire I found whilst tidying the storeroom. 'Tis entitled, On the Transference of Souls. A curious tome, this. It claims to grant the reader the power to summon things from beyond the rift. I thought I might use it to stock my shelves with otherworldly wares. Perhaps you will think me simple, but truly all I want is a better life for my wife and daughter. Yet 'tis most vexing, for the moment I start reading the tome, 'tis as if a fog descends over my eyes. But mayhap there is hope for me yet, if I can get my hands on a quince. They're said to reduce fatigue of the eyes. Would you be kind enough to procure one for me? I must keep reading that grimoire.
I've heard quinces are native to the Tal. Shall we see if we can't find some?
Ah, yes. You're the one who aided us in storming the Coral Snake's hideout. I've been questioning Hugo, the bandit we took into custody, but he refuses to answer any of my questions. In fact, he's hardly said a word. The lad's been sent back to his cell for now, but perhaps I could trouble you to talk with him. I seem to recall that he recognized you. Are you acquainted? At any rate, methinks you might have more success loosening his lips than I.
Come to think of it, had things only turned out differently at the coronation. What baleful arts could grant one other than the Arisen control over pawns?
Huh? What in the... Where did you come from? Did Clark send you? Oh no, he did, didn't he? I'm sorry. I'm really, truly very sorry. I haven't slept a wink, I swear it. Well, I suppose I might have fallen asleep once or twice, but it isn't as if I've been lazing about. I simply haven't been able to devise any good ideas. I tell you, this arrangement has been an encumbrance on my mind from the very beginning. While I am glad that the old man appreciated my talents enough to commission me, it doesn't change the facts. I can only depict subjects that I've seen with my own two eyes. Which makes things rather difficult, given the task at hand. Say, you appear a rather strapping sort. Would you be persuaded to bring me to a griffin? 'Twill be well worth any trouble. Clark shall pay handsomely to see this done, and you'd be doing me a great boon besides. I've heard aught of a griffin's nesting place. I shall await you there. Do keep in mind, however, that you must needs drag the battle out if I am to complete my sketch. Of course, I could look as long as I pleased if you were to petrify the beast. Indeed. A beast frozen in place would be much more easily drawn. 'Tis said that a famed sculptor of Eld used a Medusa's severed head to petrify her subjects before sketching them. Of course, I wouldn't presume to demand aught so legendary of you, Arisen. I only ask that you aid me in completing my sketch as best as you are able. Then I shall depart at once. Pray, meet me at the foot of the Guerco mountain range, east of the rest town.
He wishes to gaze upon a griffin firsthand. 'Tis a tall ask, but not impossible. Shall we go where we are bid? Follow me, master. I shall guide you to the location.
Well now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
You there. You seem like a learned individual. Surely you have an interest in the mighty Sphinx depicted on yonder wall? 'Tis a beast of fearsome intellect, whose riddles have confounded some of the greatest sages in history. Indeed, 'tis said that answering its questions is but a portion of the puzzle. Should the day come that you seek to challenge the Sphinx yourself, you would do well to look to this mural for wisdom.
I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let me know if you require a guide.
Perhaps the Arisen has recalled some more pressing business. Fret not. I'm sure we'll come back to this eventually.
Tis said that answering the Sphinx's riddles, should the day come that you seek to challenge the beast yourself, you will do...
Master, if you're carrying around anything you don't need, there's no time like a present to rid yourself of it.
Lessening our load will help to keep us light on our feet. This looks as if it will take us someplace further afield. How we use it is at our discretion.
A fine thing, this. It's almost as though it were placed here for our benefit. Oh, this rain is cold as ice.
Go Harpy, Master!
This bow is as good as flameproof.
It's rather peaceful here, isn't it?
Cannot help but ache for a scrap.
any further harm to come to you. Let my magic imbue your weapons with the fury of the elements.
I'll encamp the same spell, and we'll overwhelm our foe with our combined magic.
I shall act of my own accord. Well fought, Arisen.
We'll be done here soon enough.
Outstanding. Power surges within me.
You would gather materials here, Master? Can we really afford to carry more? What a shame. Not one among us is fit to use arrows. I was hoping for some new equipment myself.
They are hardly a burden on our packs.
Go on, run.
I grant you roaring flame. All is well. I feel as fit as ever. Stay with me, Arisen. Wait a moment.
Helpful magic suit cast is worn off. Speaking of which, so many sorcerers gathered makes for quite a sight.
We shall assail our foes with a plethora of magics.
Lo! A hobgoblin!
There you are. I was wondering when you'd show. Now, are you ready to aid me in sketching that griffin? Remember, you'll need to draw the fight out as long as you can. I must behold the creature from every angle if I am to coax it, lifelike, from the stone. Marvelous. Up we go then.
Let us accompany Sir Fulvio and face this griffin.
Come along. We wouldn't want to lose sight of our guide.
Positively splendid.
I will protect you. You need him to command me to attack. I know what to do. I grant you fire's blade. Use it well.
I suppose that will have to do. I'll have to use my imagination for the finer details, I fear. But it should turn out well, all the same.
I'll get that for you.
I've just had a thought. Curious thing. One of my former masters chose to hire only women. I wonder why.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Have a gander at my wares. You shan't regret. It. Hope to see you again ere long.
'Tis most exhilarating to hand over such a son.
We've a journey to prepare for after all. We can't afford to cut corners. It started raining, Master.
I can't say this development is a welcome one. I should not like to encounter foes in this weather.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side.
The creature's corpse will serve us well.
Go right ahead. It is rather narrow here. Be on your guard.
It's hard to see more than a few paces ahead at a time. Anything might await us. What's this all about? There's water trickling through the cracks here.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny. They have their uses. A pack of records! I shan't let them go. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Seems our foe has recognised our victory.
It is the mark of a champion to prevail with weapon sheathed.
Feast your eyes on this!
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait right there.
I've just remembered. There was another matter we were to attend to hereabouts, was there not?
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
Clark means to unveil the sculpture before a select audience. He asked me to extend an invitation to you as well. I will await you at his estate in Vernworth's noble quarter.
So, there is to be an unveiling. I'm curious to see how the sculpture turned out. Shall we attend, Master? Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
Well now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
That I knew more of this world's structure.
I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
So you're the one Benjamin sent to get the whelp to talk, eh? Well, go on then. Don't dawdle, and I'll thank you not to distract the jailers from their charge.
I'd rather not call steal if I can avoid it.
What are you here for, huh? Come to give me your pity? Or just have a laugh? I'll not suffer either. Piss off.
Ort's got the whelp's tongue as per usual. I would have thought he'd be glad to start spilling secrets. The leader of the coral snakes left him for dead, didn't he? Not sure what's keeping him quiet, but 'twould only be to his benefit were he to tell us all he knows.
Oi, enough talk. You've a prisoner to watch.
Yes, sir. Apologies, sir.
Just piss off. I ain't interested in talking, understand?
I'm off to the tavern. Tis past time for a bath.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen. We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
It's no more or less than what one might have expected.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
I could look upon this sky for all eternity, if 'twasn't for the crick in my neck.
Keep gazing upward and you're like to stumble ere long.
Feels like an age since I had visitors to entertain.
You would gather materials here, Master? Can we really afford to carry more?
I'm a tad preoccupied just now, if you can't tell.
The structure in the waters is most curious. I'm convinced there's aught at its base, near the seafloor. Could be that whatever's down there is the source of all these blue shards washing up.
Flying foes are the worst of the lot. How are we to strike them from this distance?
Of course. I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. I grant you roaring flame.
Who are you? No, never mind. 'Tis of little import. I'm searching for blue crystal shards. Find any, and I'll pay you handsomely. The bigger they are, the higher your reward will be. Is that all? Tiny fragments such as these aren't nearly good enough. Still, I expect I'll find a use for them. Here, take your coin and be gone. 'Tis a god's sway. Well, to be precise, the crystalline substance from which 'tis made. By refining such crystals, anyone can attain the power of the Arisen. The power to command pawns, that is. However, small fragments are meaningless. They cannot contend with the Arisen's power, you see. Speaking of which, should you find any large fragments, bring them to me, won't you? Though that might be difficult. We've scoured this area quite thoroughly, I should think. 'Tis possible larger shards may have been mistaken for jewels and carried off by scavengers or collectors or some such. Mayhap one such as the Oracle or the Dragon Forged would be able to aid you in locating them. I can tell you no more than that.
The monster's left us a parting gift. I'll see it safely into my pack, don't you worry.
Let us press on without... Next objective. Shall we go and speak with this Oracle Master? If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Would you mind coming over here?